Greetings, my name is Michelle Thielen. I'm so glad that you're joining me here in this sacred space. I appreciate you rolling out your mat today and just carving out time for yourself. Today we're going to be focusing on a very sacred region in the psoas region, comprised of three major muscles and one of the largest muscles in our body that gets a lot of use. We can't really do anything. Maybe turning our neck doesn't require the psoas, but absolutely everything we do involves this major muscle. It's known as the muscle of the soul, and today we're going to take just brief moments in sort of a workshop type of a session of learning how to release it, how to stretch it, how to strengthen it, and really how to love on it. So during our brief somatic time, we will visit all of those, and I want to teach you really how to come into the inner landscape of your body and have the freedom and liberty to be able to move so that you can move some of this stuck stuff out of the muscle of the soul. Trauma, tension, and grief, and so many other things reside in what many call a dumping ground or the dump. It has some really negative titles to it, but definitely the muscle of the soul because it receives all the stuff. There isn't a biomedical term quite yet for all this stuff, but our soul and our body and our muscle of the soul, the psoas region, receives all of it. So again, thank you for being here, for leaning into the wisdom of your body. Today, my goal is for you is that you would leave feeling light, that you would feel less tension or less anxiety, or that you would move some of the hyper arousals, things that get stuck, that you would begin to move them out today. And then continue on in your own time with your own music or sound therapy. We will be concluding with a sound bath, and maybe even throughout the brief session as I focus on some of the sounds that resonate in this region. So let's get started with some intention or setting maybe a dedication to your practice or a simple prayer of what your intention is during our really brief time together here today. You can come into a simple seated posture. You can close your eyes or find a soft gaze. Beginning to connect with breath. Beginning to take longer inhales and deeper, exaggerated exhales. Perhaps tracing your breath as it moves through the nose or out through the mouth, or as it moves into the lungs and into the diaphragm, through the heart space. Notice where it's going and perhaps what it's even doing. Next, I invite you to place one hand on the belly and one hand on your heart. Begin to take those deep inhalations and the deep, exaggerated exhalations, but now moving the palm outward and the ribs outward. And after you feel the belly and the ribs, now move it into the heart space, the chest, the collarbone, through the throat, and exhale HA, or even maybe a lion's breath. Now lion's breath sounds like this. So the invitation today is to do that as much and as often and as loud as you desire. Continue those deep, loud breaths in whatever capacity loud means for you today. We're going to be moving through some things using sound, so it's a really great idea to get some of the loudness or the laughter, the childlike play, the jitters. Kind of start to get used to that, because that's the invitation today. If your hands are not already relaxed, go ahead and relax them. Place the thumb and index finger together. We're just gonna hum an M sound. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly. Exhale, hum. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, OM or AUM, OM. Placing the hands in prayer posture. Maybe they touch the chest, maybe they don't. Inhale, feel the belly. Exhale, ah. Inhale, feel the belly. Next time it's a EH as an eh. Let's work ourselves backwards with the EH. Inhale, feel the belly. Exhale, Om. Om. Relax the hands, palms upward, thumbs and index finger touch. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, hum. Hum. We'll finish on that Om. Om. Letting the sound end and sit. Notice any deep resonations in your body. Resolve to be still here, noticing where those sounds might have landed in the body. Open the eyes or find a few blinks. We're going to warm up the body with my favorite way in standing, and then come down and warm up the body before we get into our psoas work. So our psoas is a really large muscle, as I mentioned. It intertwines in the inner thigh. It connects to the trochanter. It comes around and it connects to our lowest thoracic spine and our lumbar. So walking, running, sitting, which we do a lot of sitting. So today, I hope that you find some tools in releasing, strengthening, and stretching. So we release all this stuff. So inhale, arms high. Exhale, find a forward fold. And then a nice deep bend of the knees as you sweep the earth and coming into a mild or a deep back bend. For some of us, we haven't moved today, so continue with either a forward fold and a squat. And the goal is that each posture becomes a little bit deeper as you become warm. So we go from the back bend to a forward fold. You can bend your knees here and then sweeping the earth. So I just want to allow you to move and warm up the entire body here. So if the squat feels better, or a deep bend and then the squat, the goal is just to keep moving, allowing the breath to move you, and then allowing the postures to become deeper as you begin to warm the body. Using the breath, using any sound. You can try it with me. Deep breaths. You come to your back bend, try that ah. So the next time you come into the forward fold, pausing and coming into the deepest fold. And the next time you come into the squat, you're going to pause, sweeping, coming into your back bend, using the leg strength. Come into the deepest back bend here, stretching the front side body and each side of the psoas. We're going to start to just tap a little bit, saying hello to the meridians and our energy lines. So still firm in the lower legs as you just swing the arms and tap the opposite hip bones. Lots of energy lines, lots of meridians here. And just beginning to awaken. All right, we're going to come back a few more times. I want you to use your voice here. Your voice can be a loud breath, can be a sweeping or an open ah. Ooh, ha. Just playing with the voice, playing with the breath. This sound and these vibrations are releasing the junk that we store in this storehouse. One last round. Beautiful. You can use a wall for this next one as you come into a dancer prep, or we are going to go into dancer. So just challenging our balance a little bit. Use the wall, use a chair if you need to, or just come into a classic quadricep stretch. You can also do this in the chair with a strap. We won't be here for too long today. And then coming into your dancer, taking the clasps to the inside, inhale, arms high, and come into your dancer. Inhaling and coming into your deepest dancer for 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, body and psoas. And if you have another leg, doing it on the other side. Coming into your dancer, your deepest dancer here for 3, 2, 1. So right now we're working on balance, of course, but also just really strengthening and stretching this region. Let's try it one more time now that you know where we're going. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, find your deepest dancer. And it could be against a wall, facing a wall, coming into a nice deep hip opener. Gently releasing and coming to the other side. Go ahead and come into your deepest dancer using whatever you need here for 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Nice job. Coming to the top of your mat, inhale, arms high, exhale, forward fold, and then inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, walking the feet back. We're going to come just to a tabletop. If you'd like to come to a plank, that's completely fine too. We're going to lower our chest and come right back up. And let's do that 4 more times, just finding strength in the front body, finding your strength and connecting back with your strength. And then coming down, we're going to exhale nice and loud. Inhale to a cobra, keeping the thighs down on purpose. Gently bend the elbows. You're going to open up the collarbone, come all the way down, press yourself back, but let the thoracic spine take you up. And then the chin's the last thing. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhaling up. Exhale, maybe lion's breath down. A few more times in your own way, making sound. And we're going to hold our cobra here at the top. Let the hips melt down to the earth. Shake your head, no. Shake your head, yes. Inhale. Exhale, lion's breath, nice and loud. And gently coming back into a child's form and back down to Chaturanga Dandasana, into your cobra, Or if you'd like an up dog there, feel free. Exhale, child's. Let's do that just a few more times. Coming into extended cobra by crossing my ankles. I'm going to really stretch this front side body here with extended cobra. All right, you just have 2 more. And coming into tabletop, coming into downward facing dog, sway the hips, inhale into 3-legged dog, and bring that in for pigeon. In pigeon, you can also do this on your back. If this is uncomfortable for you, just crossing the ankle over the knee from a supine position. Otherwise, finding a forward fold and then coming up. If you'd like to add the arms, folding, hinging, or just one at a time. Just flowing. There's no rules. We're just somatically moving. What's somatic mean? Soma means in the body. Somatic can mean a broad range. If you think of the root word soma, in the body, gosh, that's so much, right? Has to do with the body. In somatic movement, we are moving or flowing. Somatic memories, things we hold on to from events or movements. Somatic is in the body. So whatever you need to move things out, maybe you push things through. A nice, beautiful sound to push things through is VU, VU. Let's try it. Let's push things out. VU, VU. Maybe you try humming or singing. VU. And then we're going to hold our torso down, coming into maybe master pigeon. If you can grab that back ankle, maybe you play with what hand feels best on the back ankle. But again, finding a little bit of movement as you hold your torso down, pausing, more of a static stretch here. Inhale, on your exhale, make sound. As you hold your pigeon, 3 regions, the root chakra, the solar, and the sacral. This is C, this is the root. D, sacral, intimacy. And E, solar, root, sacral, solar. Exhale in your pigeon. Find your sound. Releasing. Solar and sacral, we hold a lot of stuff as to do with relationships and intimacy. So if you've been hurt, traumatized, abused, or even hold some unforgiveness or bitterness, on these next few breaths, I just want you to make some noise, release some sound. What are those feelings of shame or guilt or unforgiveness? What sound are those associated with? Maybe let that out. Maybe it's a whimper. Maybe it's a deep, deep om. Maybe you feel light and good, and maybe it's a light sound or a laughter. I don't know what the sound is for you. All I'm asking is that here you would release, surrender, let go. And in your pigeon, since we've been here a while, we're going to come either into a tabletop or a down dog as you deeply release those hips. And if you have another leg, join me in 3-legged dog, and then coming into your pigeon from a kneeling or a supine position, whatever feels best to you. We can take both hands, We can take one at a time, adjusting legs if we need to. Making sound here. Hurt, brokenness, unforgiveness, bitterness, anything that you carry. Maybe you shake it out. Maybe you push it out. Maybe you do both. Finding movement. We're going to pause as we hold the torso, maybe coming into master pigeon, but still finding some movement, perhaps, or not, whatever that looks like for you. Crying is okay. Yelling and screaming is wonderful. Laughing is awesome. Whatever you feel like here, find some movement here. If your heart's been broken, inhale, being mended. Root, sacral, solar, heart. Open your heart once again. Find some sound. What's your sound? Release it. Making your way into tabletop, deep hip, even perhaps touching the earth. Walking the knees forward, crossing, coming into a supine position here, and continuing to strengthen our psoas region here. So bringing the knees into your chest, give yourself some love. Maybe it's a really big hug. Maybe you struggle with self-care or self-love or body image issues. Legs up the wall, thanking our nice, strong legs. Remembering your sounds. Maybe it's a voo, 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 voo. Knees to chest. Inhale, hips high for bridge. Legs up the wall, finding a rock in the lumbar. Knees to chest. Bridge. Knees to chest. And just finding a flow from bridge. Legs up the wall, rock. Knees to chest, or a nice tight hug. Whatever feels best to you. Just finding a little bit of movement with no rules. And the next time you come into knees to chest, go ahead and rock yourself up. Maybe a couple or a few rocks. Coming into a staff pose here. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. If you have blocks, I invite you to possibly use them in these next couple moves. Coming into tabletop or upward tabletop. Fingertips are towards the sacrum, whether they're on the earth or I love to use blocks. I have not the longest arms. So in your tabletop, pressing the hips up and coming into that upward tabletop, just finding some movement. Finding whatever voice or sound or breath works for you. And then moving into an upward plank. I find it the easiest to come in from a one-legged staff and then lifting. So you can do 3 on each side. And then switch. Finding voice, lengthening. Now we're working on lengthening this muscle and this region that is always getting shortened by us sitting. And then upward plank, you can straighten the legs 4 upward plank from your upward tabletop. Maybe finding some movement here. Finding a flow, finding breath, and then coming back down, inhaling, arms high, exhale, forward fold into your staff. No rules here, let the spine just melt. Does not have to be straight. All right, for the next few moments, we're gonna take everything that we just kind of workshopped and put it together, but with zero rules. So I'm just gonna put on a song. You can put on whatever song that you want to move to, or you can do this later in your own time with your own song. So we're gonna move just to a couple brief songs, and I wanna show you what it looks like to freely move through these areas with some of the things that we went through together, maybe some embellishments, but again, I want you to hear, listen, and attune to your internal landscape and the wisdom of your body. And that's the beauty of you allowing the freedom with no rules to move these things that are stuck or weigh heavy on you in your mind, in your body, and your spirit. So be free to move about the cabin.
What is love, you ask? My head spins, recalling every song, story, words, and glorious things I ever heard. Every cliche rings in my ears like a bell announcing the birth of a new day or the death of yesterday. Depends on how you hear it. I haven't a clue. So I ask love, what are you? Love replies, can't you feel me? I'm here. I'm the one holding your hand, reminding you not to forget me. I'm the warm feeling in your belly when you don't know why. I'm the ache to the core when someone sways to the other side of a vibe. I'm the tingle on your skin when it's touched by the tip of a thrill you can rely on. The knowing, when your eyes meet eyes that recognize yours and hold you. Loose enough to move freely, but tight enough to never let you fall. I'm the breath you take in and let all the way out to the end, when you're held and your shoulders drop into arms you flop that feel like a blanket of truth and wrap you and soothe you to the moon you thought was in the sky. I'm the backbone that holds it all together, the vertebrae stacked on top of each other when it's all gone pear-shaped and wrong. I'm the biting on your lip, keeping it zip, swallowing words that could wound and rip apart. I'm choosing kindness over being right. I'm the fight in you when you don't know how, the light in you when it's gone right out. I'm life when I'm near, hope without fear. I'm nothing fancy in a world dripping in gold, but a beautiful jewel never bought, never sold. And when you open your heart and let me in alone, you'll know who I am, because I feel like home.
One by one, we watch the stars come out. One by one, we watch the stars. One by one, we watch the stars blossom above, blossom above. Ooh, good things come to those who learn to wait. Wait for the sun to fall into the water. Ooh. One by one, we watch the stars come out. One by one, we watch the stars. One by one, we watch the stars blossom above, blossom above. Blossom above, blossom above.
Making your way into shavasana or a side shavasana, maybe a block between the thighs, really a posture that you feel completely relaxed and completely surrendered. Just a posture of, yes, vulnerability, but a posture of trust and a posture of rest as we lean in to this region just a bit more. The next time you hear this sound, it will conclude our time together. During this time, I invite you to make sound with me or simply enjoy the sound bath and make time to do this again with your own sound, your own life song. You're always welcome to tune your voice with me, allowing it to resonate in the body. foundation, your confidence once again. Playing with your own authentic sounds. Maybe it's home, maybe it's shalom, whatever it is to you. Moving up into your intimacy, into your sacred region. May you find healing in your bones, healing in your organs, healing in whatever you need. Breathe that in. Your soul will receive healing in the core of who you are. Your heart, anything broken, may you be mended. May it love again. May you be free to love again and find trust and joy. Not living jaded or with any unforgiveness. We'll come back to all of these with less talking. Moving into your throat, you have something to say to the world. Your communication. Not playing small anymore. Your brow, your third eye. May you have clarity and not confusion. May your intuition always guide you and lead you. Your open communication. And your crown, your connection to your spiritual world, your spirit, your soul, God. May it be free and open to communicate through your mind, your body, your spirit, and your soul. May you be healed and find love and joy from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. Blessings and namaste. Blessings.